Good evening. This is the Elliott Wave update for the NASDAQ 100 for Monday, August 15th, 2022. On the big picture, there's nothing new to be adding to analysis that was presented yesterday during the podcast. So I have no changes to the labeling. And so we continue to run both counts in parallel. So actually, we can call them both alternate. They alternate with each other. And basically, while they both show that they're going in the same direction right now, the next phase, so once this top is in and we move into the next phase, that is where I will be paying very close attention to make sure of which count is the one that's actually going to take over and be in force. So both, again, do include that we can continue to move higher, which still is in the cards, and I'll get into that in a minute. And what will really make that turn is if indeed this minor wave 1, minor wave 2 count is in force, then the next would be minor wave 3, and it would be expected to really start to drive lower and do it pretty quickly. At least the kickoff would be pretty quick. And from wherever we end up, we touched 13,700 today. Wherever this ends up, the turn should be quick, decisive, and severe, pushing the market back below 13,000 at a fairly quick clip. Now, if indeed it is the other view number 2, then we have completed this initial ABC on an intermediate degree. That then puts in the primary A wave. And as I went over in the podcast last night, they're each degree. So in other words, the intermediate degree, the primary degree, and the cycle degree, all are going to form their own ABCs. And then within them are going to be the other ABCs. So it's going to be like a nesting group, so to speak. Although we are working on a cycle degree A wave, within that are going to be an ABC within the primary degree, and within that are going to be an ABC of the intermediate degree. So that's how they're all working. So we start at the bottom, we're working back up, and all of those will, degrees or lower degrees within this corrective phase will operate in the same pattern, and those are ABCs. Now, I'm just going to drop this straight down to the hourly chart right now. No need to hang out and keep everybody this afternoon or this evening. So where did we leave it? We left it on Friday. We got up here. We made new highs. We got above 13,500, got way above it. And then I expected a small fourth wave correction. As I discussed last night, we got that. And the market then 1, 2, 3, and this is an ugly 4. But then we started just to rally. And they pushed, and then they just continued to push. What continues to be at the center of this, believe it or not, is Apple Computer. And then also today, we had a little bit of touch of Tesla getting tossed in there. So when those two together, they carry a very heavy weighting in this index and also in the S&P. Having said that, Apple doesn't look like it's complete either in terms of its rally phase. It has the chance of going to a new all-time high. I would not suspect that it can carry the burden of making sure the NASDAQ and the S&P did equal. Now, I know that there are a few out there that are really equating both rallies being under the control of Apple, and that what happens in Apple will happen here. I do not see that, because within the NASDAQ, there are 99 other stocks, 99 other component companies. And within the S&P, there are 499 other component companies. And that would say that they all rally due to Apple. And it's like, right now, that does appear to be the case, but not overall. So back to where we are. 13,706, folks, again, may have done the ticket. So what I'd be looking to do is from off of this low, I'm going to be counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. This is hard. 1, 2, then a 3, and a 4 and a 5. We're still in the series of 4s and 5s, but this could be done. It could be done here. Now, let me go back up to the daily. We'll start adding the fibs so that we can get an idea. First fib that I'm going to put is for the entire decline, and that one's going to be wrong. We've got to put it down and put it on this way. So what we're really looking for is just to see what this entire move can do. And then I'm going to put, just because if it's a wave 2, it's going to be there to there. So let me actually take this off for right now, because we're dealing with if it's the minor 2. And so right now we got to 13,663. We exceeded it today. We got up to 13,700. What could be next up? 14,051. And then, but before that, we have the 200 SMA sitting right there. That's at 51. I said, so before that, we do have fib resistance at 30, 14,030. Now, let me add one more tool. That would be the extensions, and that would be for that wave 5. I'm going to go here to the top of wave 3 to the bottom of wave 4. I don't know how absolutely accurate they are. So actually, we still have that resistance at 13,714. Now we got up to what, 704, 705 this afternoon. So that's still in place. And then the break above that drives this little fifth wave, right? We're in the 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're inside that fifth wave, and it is extending. So we got 13,714. And then we got to go by round numbers. We have 13,750, and then 13,800, 13,850. And then we have next fib resistance above 13,900, and that comes in at 41. And then we run into that cluster. So yeah, they could continue to push. Now, what we're running up against is extreme overbought, daily extreme overbought. I'm just going to go down the line here. 4 hour, tried to. I mean, it came down and then it ran all the way back up and now just continues to hang out. In overbought, it's not extreme yet. The 1 hour chart, extremely overbought and rolling over. So this is where we're at in this whole scenario. I continue to look for a turn. One other thing I want to bring to everybody's attention. I'm going to go back out to that daily chart to show you this one. Look at the VIX. The volatility index is below 20. Now, here's what happened to the market the last time. The last 2 times, it got below 20. Here's the first time. If you remember, this is back in March. What did they do? They came out and said that the market's extremely oversold. And what do we do? Blah. And then, boom. So right up here at this high, it drifted below 20. This is the result. Here they did it again. And here's the result. Now we've run it all the way up. The VIX is below 20. Could get down even lower, but it's below 20. That, along with the fact that the Fed is not hinting at all that inflation's under control. They're not hinting at all that they're going to pull back and not raise anymore. This is all a narrative that's being spun out there. Now, you can watch Bloomberg News, as I did when I was at the gym today. Boy, that Bloomberg, building on the rally. I saw it 4 times. And I was only sitting at one machine for a little bit. So again, when the media is like pulling, because it gets airtime and everybody comes running. And so, yep, we still have upside potential, without a doubt. But I'm looking for, if anything, again, either the minor wave 2 or come way over here, a minor wave C and the intermediate wave A. So again, they would all be moved, but right now they're in conjunction with the daily chart. So we can still look for upside tomorrow. If this market begins to break down from here, let me just bring this back in and then run it. Oh, come on. Wow, this thing's such a pain. On my hourly chart, there we go. Let's go here. You can see 4 definitely has to be broken and left behind. More important, when it starts to break below the 8, we're going to be looking for the 20. It needs to break below the 20, then we're going to be looking for the 50. EMA at 13,506 needs to break that. The SMA at 13,479 needs to break it. The support at 13,433, which is courtesy of FIB, needs to break it. I believe that the turn will be quick, decisive, and destructive. It'll push. There's something that will just change everyone's mind, whether it's somebody clicked their algorithm from buy to sell and let it go be free. I don't know what is going to actually give us that turn, but I do suspect there'll be a charge for the exits once it does. Now, it'll take a while before we'll be able to really assess whether it's that minor 3 or whether it's just a primary, or excuse me, an intermediate wave B in part of an ongoing primary B wave. So the primary B wave is a counter trend rally. The minor 3 is picking up the larger trend, which still remains down because it's corrective. So that's where we stand. For tomorrow, continue to look for upside or have the potential for upside for reaching 13,714 or 15 up to 13,725 and then on up, as we've just basically demonstrated and said. Now, downside, I'm using the moving averages for my support right now because if they continue to hold, then it's support and they're going to turn. So moving averages remain important to the whole picture. We do have some support levels, and they are as marked. Again, as I demonstrated in the update yesterday, even if it's just a intermediate B wave down, it has potential. It has potential to drop the market back quite a bit. It has potential to bring us back down towards 12,700, 12,000 in that neighborhood. Let me just run those numbers. I'll get rid of that one. And even if we're just going to do straight fib retracements, that's what it would be. Wherever this ends up, we'll be looking for straight fib retracements. If today's high clicked, no, that's not going to be it. It's going to be, come on. It really is 706. Come on. Come on. All right. Oh, I just had it. Come on. Wow. This is a pain. Just get it on there. Easier just to go this way, isn't it? Edit. Fibonacci retracements. Endpoint 13,706. And this, yeah, wow. Not too good on that stuff, is it? 68. Hit okay. Boom. All right. So what's our potential? 50% is 12,387. 618 is 12,075. That's the potential for a B wave. So yeah, we're looking at a nice little drop here and still can have a rally afterwards. A strong rally that brings us all the way back up to here. So these things are all possible. This is what's going on. We're in a corrective process. Moves are going to be bigger. Moves are going to be quick. Moves are going to be vicious. That's the name of the game. That's the way it is. So minor wave 3, again, would be required and expected to break below 11,068. Intermediate B wave would be likely to come back down between 12,400 and 12,000. That's the name of the tune, and that's where I'm going to stop for today. Look for additional upside tomorrow. We do have that Stronger resistance still up above at the 200 period SMA, and then some additional fibs. Our next update will be on Tuesday, the 16th.